Hi, everybody. It's Friday night. Friday night, and the weekend is here. Hi, everybody. I see you're giving me applause and nice things. The weekend. Hi, 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 hi. You're requesting what? Hey, Louder Milk and Matt Franco and two others joined. Are you guys? A lot of magic is in the air. I saw Loudermilk, who's the magician or sword swallower from AGT. You got your he got his vaccine today. I think that's fantastic. A little sore though. I was a little sore, but I'm good now. I wasn't able to. Well, I love to fly, and I wasn't able to flap my wings. There he is. Let me talk to you, Loudermilk. I'm gonna let me. Can if you want to tell us about his vaccine. Hopefully, let's see if he goes on. There you are. How you
What's
doing?
up?
That's fantastic. So you're in Nevada, though, right?
Yeah.
How were you able to do it?
So
I got it because I'm old.
yeah. And I'm
California.
and I'm a more comfortable distance from death. So normally I would have to wait.
I don't know. You're in Vegas, man. Just being in Vegas. I don't care
Yeah,
if you're 6 or 76. You're close to death.
yeah, right. So here's the deal. Pharmacies are giving it out in Nevada. They're not doing that everywhere else. So I know
What do you mean
California.
they're giving it out? They just say anybody can come.
No. It's 70 plus in Nevada, but
Then can I just say something? You look fantastic for your
thank you. Um, but the thing is, they get a shipment of vaccine in the morning,
right,
and then they don't have the facilities to keep it cold enough.
right,
So it's only good for 6 hours,
right,
which means if there are no shows,
right.
they have extra vaccine that is otherwise going to be thrown away.
Oh my God! So do you go on a waiting list? How do you do that?
So I just walked into one and asked.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
and maybe I don't know where the people that are watching right now are, but outside of Nevada, what a great idea to
yeah.
just ask.
Yeah,
I
so
asked
I think there's
why.
it's a kind of a moral issue of letting them throw it away. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, I think you did the right thing. I get
yeah,
it. Absolutely. And
yeah,
not only that, if you become totally protected and immune to it, then you're not giving it to anybody else. The
yeah,
idea, however, we can get everybody vaccinated or as possible vaccinated. And that's one I wanted to, I'm glad you came on here because I think you just did a lot of people a service.
yeah.
And
Yeah. That's why I posted about it. I thought about not posting about it, but then it's like, no, people need to know this. People need to know that we just need the shots. We just need it in
and,
as many people as possible.
and the reason I wouldn't post it that I got my vaccine because I think that you and me were in this business. I mean, there are people that are on the fence or don't want
Totally.
it. And I think if they hear people like you, a young, healthy guy, and an old guy like me, I think that then you see you're not alone. I really do trust the science. I have a lot of doctors in my family.
Yeah.
It's not rushed like it's used some of the same science that we've been using for
Yeah.
decades anyhow.
Yeah.
Uh, so when I posted it, they went, well, we can't afford to. I didn't pay anything. And
No, I didn't. I didn't pay a dime. I didn't pay a
no,
dime.
no, me too. And I didn't, and it wasn't because people knew me. I signed up because I was 65 and got
Right.
it. If I could get my kids are older than you. If I could get them vaccinated, I would. So now I'm going to ask around if things are being thrown out, if there's a waiting list someplace.
Yeah, I know that. I know that in.
I wouldn't. My kids wouldn't come to Nevada, but in California, maybe people are doing that
Yeah,
someplace.
yeah. So yeah, find out if there are local pharmacies around you that are able to give it out, and ask them.
Yeah.
That's the
Well,
biggest piece of advice I can give to people.
imagine that people are throwing that out.
It's insane to me. Yeah, yeah.
Well, congratulations. Stay
Thanks,
healthy.
man.
Stay
You
safe. Great
too.
to talk to you. Can't wait to work with you again.
See you. Bye.
Bye. So that's pretty cool. should say Maurice. You're saying Maurice is from Little Monsters, right? I was Maurice. Unless you're not talking to me. Hey, Toronto. Uh, I'm trying to read who's here. People are saying they can sing. My sister sing one of her original songs. Uh, hi. Are there people that aren't from America? I like when it's like 2 a.m. someplace in Iceland or something. Boston is there. Wow. Hi, Boston. You want to talk about COVID? Somebody said, I'd like to talk about COVID. I'd rather kind of get my mind off of COVID. Brett was on because we work together, and he's a young guy who got a vaccine, and I wanted him to tell everybody how to do it. But I don't, this is not COVID talk. Gizmo Kakai, that's me, Gizmo from Gremlins. Rhode Island is in the house. I'm a nurse, no more COVID. Is that a wish, no more COVID? Or are you telling us, is this breaking news? There's no more COVID? Oh, how great. The pandemic's over? Who would think that I would be on a live Instagram and boom, COVID's done, said a nurse on here. The Song birthday says she's been trying to talk to me for 2 weeks. You know what? I heard voices in my head and I had no idea who it is. But next time I hear those voices, I'll answer. Name's Keisha. Okay. That's a nice name, Keisha. Hi, Howie. You hope I'm doing well? I'm doing fantastic. This doesn't get better than this. There's nothing like being locked away for a year and not doing what, can you go live? Well, what are you going to do? I would love the privilege. Is AGT coming back? It is coming back. AGT in June. People say that they're trying to get on. I don't know what they want to do. What do you want to do? Tell me what you. Here we go. Let's start. Okay, here we go. There's somebody coming on. This is interesting. Maybe it's interesting. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's real, but we're about to find out.
Video.
Hi.
Hi, Howie.
Hi.
Did you want to see my hedgehog?
Okay.
This is Lila.
What's her name?
Her name's Lila.
Oh, Lila. Hi, Lila. It's a hedgehog?
Yeah, she's about 8 months old, and she's very sweet.
They're very nice. My son had a hedgehog. My wife
really?
Yes. I used to talk about it in my act. We had a hedgehog. Where are you in the country?
I am in Minnesota right now.
Well, that's not a good climate for hedgehogs, is it?
No, but I have like a ceramic heating lamp so that it's always hot in her cage.
Right.
So yeah, so it's pretty cold in Minnesota, but
no, it's cold. You don't put hedgehogs in the snow.
No, never.
That's good. So not only that, I got to see a hedgehog and enjoy myself, and we did a public service announcement for people who are watching, right?
Yeah.
Don't put hedgehogs in the snow.
No, never.
And how old are you?
I'm 12.
12. And what you go to school? Are you doing distance learning or can you go in?
Next week we're going full learning, so that'll be really great.
Full learning or full in? Like you weren't learning anything up until last week?
No, I worded that wrong. We were doing hybrid, but we're going in school full time.
Hybrid?
No, so we have all the school kids coming in school.
Hybrid? Like we used to go to school hybrid, but that was you sit for a few hours in your class, quietly learning, and then if you have gas, that's when you go home. You go home and do that at home. So we call that hybrid learning.
Yeah, we're going full in school next week, so it'll be pretty fun because, yeah, COVID's kind of ruined that.
Yeah. Anyway, stay safe. Nice meeting you.
Could I take a screenshot with you? Can you smile?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you. Okay. Also, say hi to my friends. That's Maddie. Friends. Hi. That's Samantha.
Wow. You have like 2 friends and a hedgehog.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
What a club you have. All right. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye. Well, you see, we opened with a hedgehog. I think, that's pretty impressive. You sent I'm reading Big Howie. I don't even know what that means. Here's some people. People want to come on. Shout out my sister Kirsten. It's her birthday. But why don't you do it? You're right there. Hi. Hi. Just here's somebody. Can I join? Yeah. It's 3 a.m. in the UK. Here, let's talk to somebody late at night. I don't know if this person is just giving me the time or wants to talk. I like when it's like far away, late at night. We're waiting. Maybe this person was just telling me where they were and what time it was and has no interest in joining. Let's see. Let's see what people in the UK do at 3 a.m. I have no idea what people. No, she declined. So at 3 a.m., I would say most people aren't dressed to be streaming. This is all for those people that have never met my wife. This is my wife.
He makes me walk around the house like this. It's enough.
It's all right. So you don't know. She doesn't have to. If she's in the same room as me.
Kiss?
Pardon me? Mwah. Mwah. No, but if she's in the same room as me, I make her put that on. But when we're what? What? I can't hear you. It's hard to hear her. All day long, I hear her behind the visor and the mask. I don't know.
That's why you did it, so you can't hear me.
Do you guys hear her? Come here. They have questions. They're asking questions. This is my wife. I've been married for 40 years to this lovely lady. And here we go. Oh, can I join? People are saying, they have some questions for you. Want to see questions?
Go ahead.
What are they saying? She's beautiful. See that?
How could you tell?
Just
Okay,
you say thank you.
Thank you.
You say thank you. You don't say how can you tell. Now she's fishing for compliments.
That's right, I am. I'm a fisher. I'm a fisher girl.
You're a fisher girl?
Yeah.
People are asking to go live. Do you? No, she's the young. I'm old. I robbed the cradle, and I got this young
No,
arm candy. You're not. Look at you. Does she not look? Does she look her age? I'm not saying her age. Can I give your weight? Can I tell them your weight?
No.
Why? Well, you
Then
can't.
I'm live. 120.
Okay. Wow. I was on Instagram with Howie Mandel, and his wife said she weighed 120. Y'all are cute. Y'all are cute. We're cute. Howie, can I join the show? No. Can you join me?
I'm gonna go. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. I'll be out in a minute. Whoa. Here we go. Hello from Portugal. That's amazing. She's young looking and beautiful. Yes. She just doesn't know. The truth is I don't make her wear that in the house, but she doesn't know how to, what do you call these things? These filters on the different apps. We don't know how to use the filter. We're old, so she just makes her own, if that makes sense. You're watching me instead of homework? Is that a good thing? I would imagine you're learning more from here than you are from your homework. I'm doing okay. Can you show me some of your dog tricks? Okay. More animals. I think there's a theme coming in tonight. Now, this person just said, can I show you some of my dog tricks? I hope there's a dog. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Who's it? Oh, Howie.
Hi.
She's talking to Howie Mandel.
Yeah. Hi.
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 Hey, Howie.
Hi.
She always does this crap.
Hi.
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 Ask her when the
Hi.
new season starts.
Hi.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. Good night, everybody.